When it comes to study abroad, there are many names that pop up in the head. US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, many names. And it becomes very difficult once you have to choose where to study. And it becomes even more difficult if you have to choose one between US and Canada. Because primarily these two countries are very similar. They have almost similar weather. Both are developed countries. Both are in the North American continent. Both countries speak the same language. And of course, you earn dollars in both the countries. So, how do you pick US or Canada? Or Canada, apna Canada? That's what exactly I'm going to talk about this video. I hope this video will help you in a great way in deciding where do you want to study, US or Canada. So let's get started. Before I start, I want you to smash that subscribe button. Thank you. Now let's get started. The very first factor you should keep in mind is cost of attendance. US universities are expensive. Period. They are. The cost of attendance in US universities for a 2-year MS program average around 45 US dollars. On top of that, you have living expenses. US is expensive. And on top of that, US dollar is very expensive. It's right now 75 rupees per dollar. So that makes life a little harder to study in America. Whereas in Canada, number one, Canadian dollar is cheaper. It's like 55 rupees right now. And Canadian universities are also not very expensive. An average 2-year MS tuition fees is about $30,000. And since dollar is cheaper, so the total cost is also cheaper. You can do the math. The point I'm making here is if you are planning to study from out of your pocket, you might want to consider Canada. By the way, there are many ways you can study free of cost in America. I have already made tons of videos, links in the description. The second factor is immigration. Canada here is yay! America here is nay! If your goal is to settle abroad as soon as possible, Canada is your guy. Nowadays, you can even settle in Canada with just 1 year of education and without any work experience. I already made a video last month. Please do watch that video. Whereas if your goal is to get green card in America, which is equivalent to PR in Canada, it takes years and years and years. Literally, it takes years. Nowadays, there is almost 10 years average waiting time. I mean, it depends upon which category you apply green card to. If you have PhD, you can really fast track your green card and get it in 1 or 2 years. But that's not the case for everybody. Most of the students, they get PR in or green card in US in almost 10 years. So America definitely here is nay, not very good. So that's a big difference that you need to keep in mind. The third factor is job opportunities and salary. US is mother of all the high-profile tech jobs. US has Facebook, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Intel, all those high-profile companies. Everybody on this planet knows these companies. And Canada has none.
No, I'm telling you.
At least I don't know any of these similar companies in Canada. Let me know if you know any of these companies, like high-profile companies. America has a lot of high-profile jobs and they pay a lot. And on top of that, American dollar is much higher than Canadian dollar. So that makes a difference, and that is something you need to think about. I'm not saying that Canada does not have jobs. Canada does have jobs, but most of the jobs are average paying jobs and plenty of low paying jobs. By the way, those low paying jobs are also high paying if you compare those to India. The fourth factor is quality of research. If you are going abroad for a research based course, like for PhD or MS with thesis or something similar course, in STEM field especially with double M, science, engineering, technology, mathematics, and management, America is your guy. There are many American universities that are top-notch. An average American university is doing much better than average university in any other country. So research in American universities is really, really top-notch. Another way to look at it is see how many Nobel Prize America has. And just count how many Nobel Prize Canada has. You will get the answer. In America, there are plenty of opportunities. You can engage in research with the government, with the defense, with private companies, and there's so many opportunities. In Canada, the quality is slightly, I would say, less, but more than quality, it's the opportunities. Number of opportunities are very less. So if you are going for a research-based course in the STEM field with double M, America is definitely good. The fifth factor is funding opportunities. The US has far more higher education institutions than any country in the world. And these higher education institutions are well funded, either by government or private parties or alumni. Some of the top universities in the US like Stanford, Harvard, Caltech, MIT, they have their annual budget that is even bigger than many smaller countries' GDP. Just think about how much money they have. And consequently, since they have more money, they have more funding opportunities for students, including international students. I myself studied here in US for 5 years. I did my master's and PhD, and I was fully funded throughout those 5 years. I never paid a $0. I was totally free. So that's the beauty here. If you study in US, there are many funding opportunities. Whereas in Canada, these funding opportunities are really limited. Maybe in few top-notch Canadian universities like Waterloo or University of Toronto, few universities, very few opportunities. But America has really plenty of opportunities. I have talked about this thing many times on my channel. I have videos on TA, RA, on-campus job and scholarships. Please do watch those videos if you want more details. So definitely America here is yay! The sixth and the last factor is admission probability. This is where it gets tricky for Canada. The admission chances or admission probability in Canadian community college is almost 99% or 100%. If you apply there, you will definitely get admitted. However, for Canadian universities is slightly difficult. So very easy to get in community college in Canada, slightly difficult to get in university in Canada. Whereas in America, nobody goes to community college. Very few people, international students, go to community college. So most of the international students, or 95% of international students, they go to universities. And in order to go to university in USA, you have to have minimum credentials, minimum GPA, minimum TOEFL score, minimum GRE score. All these things matter. So admission in American university is slightly difficult. And my suggestion to you is, if your GPA is low, your English is poor, try Canadian colleges. You don't have to fight for American universities, because there you have less chances of getting admitted. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you haven't smashed the subscribe button yet, do it right now. Thank you. Bye.